Hello viewers and welcome again to this video lecture series. Now in the last lecture we just have a look on had a look on arguments. Now in this video we are going to have an overview of a return type. So now the declaration part is not much important if you are using this definition part before the main. Let's try this method in this example. So I'm going to delete this declaration part and I'm going to let's compile this first. Okay, F1 was not declared in the scope. So now whenever you are using this approach, remember you should use this code before main. So here compiler treated this definition as a combination of declaration definition. So that's why now if I'm going to compile this program, I will have no error. Okay, so now let's do the same thing with a return type. So here, instead of cout, instead of printing that thing inside a function, now I want this function to return a value that is x plus y plus z. So it's not going to print, I'm going to delete this, it's not going to print the value, but instead it's going to return me the value. So now here return type is x, y and z, all are integers. So the return type is nothing but it is an output which function is going to give me, and that is only a single value in a general scenario. So now all are integers. Here is the return type. I'm going to change void to integer for the correct implementation. If I'm not going to do that, so in that particular case, return statement with a value in a function is void. So, but these are the integers. So I will have an error over here. Okay, so if I'm going to remove this, okay, my mistake. Okay, I'm going to remove this and I'm going to delete this. So if I'm going to run this, so I will have no error because this function is returning void and return nothing. Okay, so syntactically it's correct, so it's not giving me any error. So now if I'm going to implement this logic, so here I have to change void to int. So this function is going to give me a int as an output, which is this combination of this x, y and z. So sticking to the same logic, okay, so now instead of cout, here, okay, instead of cout, either I have to store this return type. This function is going to return me one integer, that is combination of x, y, z, which is 10, 20 and 30. I'm going to store this in some another variable. So here I'm going to declare int result. Result equals to this. So now this function is give me one value and which I'm going to store in res, and here I can say sum equals to res. Let's execute this program. You can see I'm achieving the same result but with a return type. Now this function is not using any cout statement. It's going to give me a value. So here you can see that this function is acting as a funnel. I have input something and it's going to process something according to my logic and it's going to give me a one output. And that one output I just put in res vessel. And here I'm printing that value from that vessel. Variables are nothing, these are some vessels to store some value. And another alternative is rather than using any intermediate variable, I can directly call this function over here. Sum equals to This is going to call this function and give me a one residue value, that is combination of all three. Again, it's working. So in the next video, we are going to learn the default arguments. Keep tuned and subscribe to my channel to have a more videos related to this. Thank you and keep tuned.